Hello there everyone. Let me introduce myself. I am Talat Kliuch. I am the lecturer of English at the West Kazakhstan Agrarian Technical University. Today we are going to have a lesson of English, and the topic of the lesson is called gerund and gerund phrases. Gerund is any of various non-finite verb forms in various languages, most often but not exclusively one that functions as a noun. In English it has the properties of both verb and noun, such as being modifiable by an adverb and being able to take a direct object. The term in form is often used in English to refer to the gerund specifically. You can see, look. Now you can take a look at the examples of the use of the gerund forms of different verbs. Gerund forms of the verbs are the same as the in form of the verbs. They are written by the same, but gerund is mostly used as a noun. Gerund can be used as a subject of a sentence. For example, writing English is difficult. Watching TV is my favorite pastime. The words mentioned in the red marked by red color are obviously gerunds. It can also be the gerunds can be also used as a direct object of a sentence. For example, I like writing in English. I love going out to restaurants. Also, the gerund can be used as a subject complement. My cat's favorite activity is sleeping. One of his duties is doing homework. Gerund, so you can see the gerund is formed easily, but it has multiple roles in the sentence. The term verbal indicates that gerund is based on a verb and therefore express action or a state of being. Gerund is basically the verb form of the special form of the verb. You can see more examples of the use of gerund in the sentence. When you form English suggestions, you always use gerunds. You cannot avoid these words. They are used everywhere and elsewhere. Gerund can be subject, direct object, object of preposition, predicate nominative, or a positive. However, since the gerund functions as a noun, it occupies some position in a sentence that a noun ordinarily would. For example, subject, direct object, subject complement, and object of preposition. Here are I want to demonstrate you some more examples of the use of gerund. These examples will help you very much when you do the practical exercises with this rule. This rule can seem difficult, but it's easier than you all think. For example, here, traveling might satisfy your desire for new experience. The study abroad program might satisfy your desire for new experience. You obviously can see where the red gerund has been removed. Here too, it can be used. The gerund can be found everywhere, anywhere in the sentences. but it's not participle, and I will show you why. Also, gerund is used not solely, but in a group of words, like any other parts of speech or a member of a sentences in English language. A gerund phrase is a group of words consisting of a gerund and the modifier, anal pronouns, or noun phrases that function as a direct object, indirect object, or complements of the action or state expressed in gerund, such as the teacher gives his best to teaching. Gerund phrase functions as a subject of sentence. For example, finding a needle in a haystack would be easier than what we are trying to do. What analyze this sentence? Where is the gerund phrase? Finding a needle. Finding is you can see finding is a gerund because gerund is the same. All gerund are the same as the in form of the verbs. Needle, direct object of action expressed in gerund. In a haystack, prepositional phrase used here as a adverb. Gerund phrases function as object of preposition. For example, you might get in trouble for faking an illness to avoid work. Here you can take a look at the analysis of this sentence too. How will you distinguish the gerund? You can see the gerund is used is usually accompanied by the object or by the predicates. How do you can see that predicate is used together with gerunds? You can see the common verbs that are followed by gerunds. They are acknowledge, appreciate, admit, beware, begin, discuss, start, stop, suggest, try, tolerate, mind, understand, and etc. And so on. Now let me take now we have already know what is infinitive is and how it's used.
Hi students, today we're going to practice gerunds and infinitives. Let's begin. What is a gerund? A gerund is a verb plus ing, and it acts as a noun. Some examples: swimming is fun. Swimming is the verb plus ing, and in this sentence, swimming is a noun. It's not a verb. So this is the subject, this is the noun, this is the verb, is. Okay? I like listening to music. Listening, this is the verb listen plus ing. And so now listening is a noun. This is a gerund. The verb is like. And running is good exercise. This is run plus ing. So now this is a noun. It's a gerund. What is an infinitive? An infinitive is to plus the base verb, and this also can be a noun. Some examples: it is fun to swim. There's no ing. It's the base verb swim, to swim. I like to listen to music. To listen is the infinitive. Tanya thinks it is easy to learn English. The infinitive is to learn. So look at these sentences and find the gerund, or the verb plus ing, in each sentence. Remember, the gerund acts as a noun. Okay, so take a few moments to read each sentence and find the gerund. Okay, let's see how you did. Number 1, I want to go to the beach to go running. The gerund is running. Number 2, I'm looking forward to going to my vessel class next week. The gerund is going. Good. I'm looking forward to. In this sentence, looking is a verb because we have I am looking. This is the present continuous. It is not a gerund. Okay, and number 3, Mary enjoys living in San Diego. The gerund is living. Good job. Now find the infinitive, or to plus the base verb, in each sentence. I'll give you a few moments to read each sentence and find the infinitive. Okay, number 1, I want to go to the beach to go running. So the infinitive is to go and to go. We have 2 infinitives. Okay, number 2, Eileen hopes to visit her family for the holidays. The infinitive is to visit. And number 3, Maria needs to drive to the store to buy some more milk. The infinitive is to drive and to buy. Good. To the store is not an infinitive because there's no base verb. So remember, the infinitive is to plus the base verb. Okay. After some verbs, we use a gerund. These are some verbs: enjoy, avoid, finish, dislike, feel like, and don't mind. After these verbs, we use a gerund, verb plus ing. An incorrect sentence: Ahmed enjoys to run. After enjoy, we need a gerund, so we cannot have an infinitive. This is not correct. So instead, or Julia finished to eat. After finish, we need a gerund. We cannot have an infinitive. So this is not correct. Instead, you could say, Ahmed enjoys running, or Julia finished eating. These sentences are correct. And after some verbs, we can use an infinitive or a gerund. For example, like, love, hate, can't stand, prefer, and start. After these verbs, we can use an infinitive or a gerund. For example, we can say Ahmed hates to run, or we can say Ahmed hates running. We can use an infinitive after the verb hate, or we can use a gerund after the verb hate, and the meaning is the same. Tina loves to dance, or Tina loves dancing. After the verb love, we can use infinitive, or after the verb love, we can use the gerund, dancing. Let's see what you remembered. Try not to look at your notebook and only use your memory. Do you remember? Which verbs do we use with gerunds? Which verbs do we use with infinitives? And which verbs do we use with both? So let's begin with gerunds. We can use enjoy, avoid, finish, dislike, feel like, and don't mind. And with infinitives, we can use want, need, plan, decide, hope, and would like. And what about for both gerunds or infinitives? Do you remember? We can use like. Be careful because like is different from feel like, and it's also different from would like. Okay, we can use love, hate, can't stand, prefer, and start. Okay, good job. You finished and you got them all. Let's go on. Now, complete each sentence with a gerund or infinitive. Write the sentences in your notebook. I'll give you just a few moments to complete this exercise, and then we will review. So you can press pause now and come back when you are finished. Okay, let's check your work. Number 1, Lisa really enjoys relaxing at the beach. After enjoy, we use a gerund. Number 2, Hugo tries to avoid smoking because it is bad for his health. After avoid, we use a gerund. Number 3, I think we need to study more. After need, we use an infinitive. Number 4, what do you plan to do during our 2-week winter break? After plan, we need an infinitive. Number 5, have you finished washing your car? After the verb finish, we use a gerund. And number 6, Kenji prefers to study alone, or Kenji prefers studying alone. After the verb prefer, we can use an infinitive or a gerund. Okay, that's all for today. Great job, and you can go back to Blackboard and continue practicing and working with gerunds and infinitives. Okay, have a great day.